Well, she's been criticized for having a likability problem, and in an apparent effort to win over GOP-leaning voters, Hillary Clinton is going on a charm offensive. During a campaign event in Red State, Nebraska, Clinton joked about her likability and urged the crowd to talk to their Republican friends about her campaign. Listen.
Gosh. First thing you can tell them, as best as you could tell, looking under the lights, I don't have horns.
Well, she also used the line in this recorded message for a supporter's father who backs Donald Trump.
Hi, Sean. I'm here with your daughter, and I hope you can see I don't have horns.
Well, they must have poll tested that one over and over and over again. But, Megan, a problem when you look at her likability still has not gone above 50%. So if you don't like her, you don't like her. If you like her, you like her. It's those voters in the middle. Is I don't have horns going to be able to influence that group?
Hillary Clinton's been around for decades and decades. Everyone knows everything they need to know about her. She has a likability problem. It's going to hurt her in the general election. And the horn comment, I'm like, this is terrible. I was like, are you sure you don't? Because I kind of thought you did. And it's a terrible thing to say, but I don't think it's funny. It's like, for me as a Republican, like, I don't want another Obama administration. I don't think it's funny.
Well, you know what's so disorienting, Pete, is that we saw during that first Democratic debate her basically imply that Republicans have horns. Yeah. Remember when she said that they were her enemies? I mean, that was the enemy she identified. Not ISIS, not Iran, not any of the other countries. No, she identified Republicans. So how's she going to win them now?
You mean those debates that happen on Saturday night so no one can watch them?
Yeah.
The more you see Hillary Clinton, the less you like of her. I mean, the reality is going into who is the campaign aide that's like, I know what we'll do. We'll go to Nebraska and go talk to Republicans and convince them I'm a good guy. I mean, she's running uphill on this one. Her likability amongst Democrats is low. This is purely a political play, as everything with the Clintons. They're anticipating the potential for a Trump candidacy and the belief that in that environment they could pick up quote-unquote moderate Republicans or however they want to frame it. That, I think, is the only reason they would make this calculus.
But if she's going to play this card, it should be funny. Like, if she's going to make a joke, it should be a funny joke. And
she's
this is
not a funny person. And when she tries funny, she fails, right, Sandra, when she says, like, with a cloth, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Like, she's not going on a comedy tour.
Oh, my gosh. You got me. But she went on to, by the way, say, and the second thing that you can tell them is that, you know, our economy does better when we have a Democrat in the White House. I'll give it to her. That's actually true. History does show that the stock market performs better with a Democrat in the stock. There is, by most theories, the reason for that, though, Andrea, is because of Republican policies that take years to actually see the results. Then the Democrats get to enjoy the result of those Republican-placed policies. But I will say that she is reaching out to a group that has yet undecided. And, Andrea, I would ask you, are you planning on her, once she wins the primary, if she wins the primary, to come further to the middle? Because we are talking about that a lot on the Fox Business Network.
Yeah, I do. I think they're expert triangulators, her and her husband. Yeah. I actually think that what she's doing now, it's pretty bad when you look at, if your campaign slogan is Hillary Clinton 2016, no horns, I mean, you have a little bit of a problem, I would say, from a messaging perspective. But I do think, Sandra, to answer your question, when the general election comes into full force, I think she's going to play the woman card. And I think she's going to get away from this I dye my hair.
Of that already.
She's going to run Harris the full-blown playbook on war on women.
So I had a thought about why you would talk about yourself with like headgear, horns, whatever. Maybe it's to distract from the one thing that I say every time we talk about her now. We're still waiting for the TikTok and what the FBI investigation will find on that secret, on that top secret email holding server now. I mean, the story gets more in depth, and I know people's eyes, you know, when they pull them, glaze over. Does it matter? I think we all want to know what that evidence is going to be. So maybe the horn dance. I don't have them. I don't have them. Maybe that will be the distraction.
I'm not Satan.
Speaking of that war on women playbook, Republican President